AI isn't just a trend, it's fueling the US economy. Chips, data centers, energy. It's like a modern day gold rush. And while Wall Street's cashing in on infrastructure and billion-dollar data deals, you can actually ride the same wave starting today without writing a single line of code. And don't take it from me. Look at what NVIDIA's CEO, Jensen Huang, recently said about how AI will create more millionaires in the next 5 years than the internet did in over 2 decades. And I know this to be true because I'm using AI right now to generate real income. And over the last 30 days, I'm currently sitting at around $72,000. This is my Square account, hitting refresh. Opening it up, I want you to have the most accurate, fresh information. $72,000 in revenue. And that is from working with small businesses selling AI subscription-based services. And I say all of this not because I'm insinuating you're going to be able to push a button and have overnight success. You will need to follow along and take action if you want to stake your claim in the AI boom. But fortunately for you, in this video, I'm going to show you the smartest way to profit from AI right now, even if you're starting from zero. Because I was excited this morning when I woke up, opened up my Facebook group, and saw this win from Laura. And I'm refreshing this. So again, you know that this is live and fresh and relevant and accurate. Laura Goodrich right here says that she saw one of my YouTube videos and is already earning $520 a month from one of the strategies I shared in one of my last videos. And in this video, I'm going to break down that strategy even further and explain and share with you how you can stake your claim to the AI boom. But before we get into all that, if you like this topic of building an online business, getting AI subscription-based clients, then I'd like to do something special for you and offer you my 4-part AI fast track training for free. And that training is where we spend even more time together giving you my tactics to get AI subscription-based clients that not only pay me $500 a month, but I constantly am selling them more things so that I can get them to $1,000 per month. And I do this by using an AI software tool that I'm going to give you 30 days free of in the 4-part AI fast track training. You're going to use that tool, and if you follow along and take action to get clients, I use it to also run my business. I've canceled a lot of other tools and saved a lot of money just by using this one tool. And so if you want those assets, the additional training, just be sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video. Not required, but always appreciated. Consider sharing this video with a friend who may be interested in starting a remote business using AI to generate some AI subscriptions. And then lastly, just comment below and I'll send you a direct link to the AI fast track training, the software, and the other prompts that I'm going to be using in this video to generate leads and show you how to close some deals. So as I've mentioned, this news article popped up on my feed this morning from Axios, which was talking about how the AI boom is basically propping up the US economy. And it's saying that AI and its blood and oxygen are producing an economic super stimulant strong enough to prop up the entire economy. Wall Street and retail investors are enabling and encouraging more and more chips, more data centers. The big companies, big investors are the early winners. Why it matters. A wild cycle is unfolding. The biggest companies in history are spending a stunning amount of money to fuel the AI revolution, driving demand. And this is why this is important for you and me. Because I believe that we are at a very early stage of this AI boom. And one of the best ways that I can explain this to you is by using an analogy of surfing. So it's one of the things that I like to do, one of my hobbies. Surfing. These are not AI generated images. This is a recent trip down to Nicaragua. But if you want to catch a wave, and I'm going to be calling the AI boom a wave, you have to know how to catch a wave, right? And if this is the boom, AI, this wave, and this is you actually have to start paddling for this wave before the wave gets here. You have to get momentum moving forward if you want the wave to pick you up and take you forward. If you start paddling here, you're already too late. The wave's going to pick you up and throw you over the falls. Fortunately for us, the AI industry, the boom, we are massively early. We are probably over here, which means that for those of us that are watching videos like this, learning skills, learning information, and we are taking action, we are going to see the effects of getting in front of this trend. Yes, there's a lot of information out there about how AI is blowing up and the world is doing incredible things with it, but we have still yet to see the major adoption of how these tools will train or change individual sectors, business models, and so on and so forth. And we know this because it's happening every day that we see some innovations, but we're nowhere near what is in store for us. There's a lot to happen. And so if you are brand new, I highly encourage you to seek information on this. Continue to stay curious. Every day, try to learn a little bit more. Play with some of these tools like I'm going to show you in this video. In fact, in this video, I'm going to show you one of my favorite foot in the door services to get clients, how to find people to pay you, and how to deliver the service using AI software. This is the same strategy that I taught to Laura, who closed her $520 a month client recently. So I'm hoping that you will do exactly that. Follow along, take action, take an active role in securing a better future, building an online business, and making some progress, right? Finally and once and for all. And where we're going to start is by letting everybody know where the opportunity lies. So most businesses that we work with small businesses. I'm from Hawaii. My online business here is called Mina Marketing. It was actually recently recognized as the second fastest growing company in Hawaii. And we didn't get that type of recognition until we started using AI to help us get clients and deliver more services. And once we started doing this, we were able to hit astronomical growth. And that's really why I came back to YouTube and started talking about it on my YouTube channel, because I believe that the people in my community, like Laura, who are taking action, are going to start to see some of the same results that I have, but they have to take action. And so the way that we have grown is by working with small business owners. And most business owners are very familiar with AI, which is why this is so important, because they know about AI, but they have what I like to call AI guilt. Does anybody know what AI guilt is? AI guilt is the fact that you know what AI is, but you feel like you should be doing more, and you have no idea where to start. You have no idea how to get started. And most business owners, activity companies, restaurant owners, solar companies, roofers, they know that AI is out there, but they have no idea where to get started. And they have this guilt behind it because they know quite possibly their competitors might be doing just that. They might be getting an edge on them by using AI technology and software to get an edge on them and get left behind. And that's actually where you and I come in. We have given this edge to our customers, and they pay us handsomely for it. And so that is why I share with you that business owners, small business owners, are the ideal candidate for people who are just getting started to get paid, because you can convince a business owner about your AI services, the one that I'm going to show you here, to pay you monthly for it. There's enough value there that they will pay you monthly. And if you're an experienced person, you've already made some sort of business or cash flow online before, you're going to want to pay attention to this, because you can add this as a new income stream to your business. It's easily outsourceable because most of it is run by AI software. Again, you have to take action on this stuff, though. It's not going to just happen by itself. You have to take action. And I'm going to show you that the actions that you need to take, you do not need to be a technical wizard. You really need to just learn how to use the tool and use AI to help you find people who are going to pay you for it. So let's talk about how we find business owners to pay us. Now, there are a lot of tools out there that can find leads for you. I like to use Manus AI. I like to use Gemini. And for this video, I'm going to use Gemini because Gemini is Google's tool, and they are free, and it is free. And so I have this prompt here, which again, I'm going to give you in my 4-part AI fast track training that says, I run a digital marketing agency out in Maui. We're looking to expand. My ideal clients are in the travel and activity and home services space. Please make changes for your location and whatever industry you want to target. Make me a detailed list of 25 leads, collect their business information, name, address, phone number, email, and also give me an idea of what digital marketing services I can offer them. And Gemini goes out and it builds this list. Here's 25 leads in the travel activity sector, business name, address, phone number, email address, website, potential digital marketing services to sell. You can see websites, social media marketing, local SEO. While we sell plenty of these things in my company and we talk about them in the AI fast track training, for the purposes of this video, I'm going to show you how to find people that need a monthly recurring service, because I believe that for anybody looking to really quit their job or really get some traction from home, you need to sell something that you can charge for every single month. When I started out, I was building websites, and the problem with that is that every time you need to get paid, you have to find a new website client, which is the most difficult part, getting the actual client. But what if you could sell each client something every single month? And so one of my favorite things to sell is activity on their social media profiles. And I used to sell this before AI, but I put it on the shelf because it was a lot of work. It was a lot of heavy lifting. But now that AI is around, we can get all this done just by using a simple tool. And so I want to explain a little more about this opportunity and why it's valuable for you, because we all know, and all business owners know, that it is important to, number one, have a basic social media presence. I don't really care what industry you're in. I think we can all agree that every business needs to have a Facebook page, a Google business page, an Instagram page. It doesn't mean that you need to be crushing it with your content and like generating lots of leads and customers and sales. What it means is that you need to have a minimum viable presence that looks active. And the reason that that is important is because if somebody, let's say, what's one of these leads here? A stable, right? Horseback riding or pineapple tours. They're probably doing different types of tours, not just of pineapple fields. And I know this because we don't have a lot of pineapple fields anymore. Kayak adventures. If you are in the market for a kayak tour and you look up this business and you see that they haven't made a single post to their Instagram or Facebook or Google profile in the last 5 years, you're going to ask yourself, is this business legit? Do people even enjoy it? Is it a good service? Is it even active? There's a high probability you'll just go on to the next place. And so if you're a business owner and you don't have an active profile, you're likely losing business to people who are. However, having an active profile means that in the past, you would have to find a photographer, a production person to make video, a social media manager to post to the different platforms, all the different platforms. People used to have a different person for each platform. Look no more. You do not need to do that. Most business owners don't know they need to do that, which is why this is a great, valuable, lucrative service that you can sell right now. So what we're going to be selling is activity on these social media profiles. We're not going to be selling customers or sales or leads from social media. That's a different service. It's more difficult to sell, especially if you're new. But if you're brand new, what you can sell is posting on social media every day, every other day, every 3 days, depending on what package you want to sell. You can see that Laura sold a $520 a month package. It took her a week to close the deal, and 2 weeks in, they're already getting results. So that sounds great that she's getting them results, but it's very important that you set the expectation of, hey, we will post for you once a day, once every other day. We will not be getting you more subscriptions. We will not be getting you more bookings. But people are going to see, they're going to go to your profile, they're going to see that you're active, and that will help you to bring in more people. Very important to do that, okay? So how do we find these businesses that are going to pay us? Well, I've shown you this prompt here in Gemini to build me a list. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go through this and do a little digging and find a business that might be a good candidate for this service. And then I'm going to show you this AI software tool that actually has an AI social media planner here, and you can create content and images and schedule it to all of these businesses' social media accounts without ever getting access to their accounts. They allow the tool to post on their behalf. So it is very frictionless for you to work with these businesses, and you can actually schedule all of the posts. You can see here I'm scheduling all these posts. So before we get into that, I want you to be able to find that ideal customer though. So you use Gemini to build a list for you, and then you just do a little research on these businesses. So let's go to Upcountry Stables. Now I'm going to go to Facebook, and I'm going to go see when is the last time Upcountry Stables Maui, maybe this isn't even a business, Pride of Maui. Let me look at this lead really quick. Upcountry State. Yeah, they don't even have a website address. Let's try Maui Pineapple Tours. Let's see these guys. Maui Pineapple Tours. And by the way, if I found somebody that didn't have a website, that's another service. I have other videos on this. I would have sold them a website. So Maui Pineapple Tours. Here we go. Maui Pineapple Tour. So I go to this page and I see that they have 6,000 followers, which is good, right? That means they have an audience of people that know them, like them, trust them, they like their business, which is good. You're looking for anybody that has 1,000 followers or more. And I can see that this business is posting basically every day, right? July 28th, July 26th, July 22nd. So this is awesome. This is a great example for you guys to see what it looks like to be a good, healthy business. If we're going to go book this tour, we might land in this profile and we might say like, wow, this looks great. Look at all this content. Well, what if I told you that we could create 90% of this content using AI and not have to actually be there on the tour or rely on people to take video and send it in or anything like that? We could make this type of posting with AI and no one would ever know the difference. And that's why the business owners pay us. So, okay, these guys, they already post, they have a following. We're going to move on to the next one. I totally recommend that you just keep moving down the list until you find businesses that fit the bill. So Maui Surf School, let's check them out. That's kind of a broad term. I don't know if this is going to be a good one, if that's an actual business name, but let's try it. Maui Surf School. Girls Surf Maui. Learn to Surf Maui. Maui Surfer Girls. I think these guys, I see them out in the water all the time. They're always very busy, so I'm sure they're posting quite a bit. Yeah, see, they're posting. Again, this is a healthy, active profile, and it's good. It's good that you guys are seeing this. It's important to know what a good one looks like and what a bad one looks like. So let's jump over to, let's see if we can go to home services. Aloha Plumbing Services. That's the second list that we built, right? Aloha Plumbing Services. And by the way, if you're getting any value out of this, please like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and then comment below, and I'll send you that 4-part AI fast track training and 30 days free to this software tool that you can use to get clients just like I'm showing you right now. So this business, Aloha Aina Plumbing, they only have 58 followers. I wouldn't recommend them because they don't have a good following. If you post content for them, no one's really going to see it. That's why it's key that they have, 500 to 1,000 followers. So Aloha Plumbing and Drain Services, they have 330 followers. They're posting July 4th. Okay, so this is decent, right? Again, another decent profile. Let's try Island Air Conditioning. My phone's blowing up right now. Let me turn that off real quick. Okay, Island Appliance and Air Conditioning. 59 followers. I don't really like it. That's not enough followers. Island Comfort Air Conditioning, 384. Island Comfort Air. Pacific Air Conditioning. These guys have 300 followers. These guys have posted in April, which is great. So again, more examples of my my complete thesis, right? Business owners know that they need to be doing this. If you find a business owner that is not, that is somebody that you can solve this problem for. I've looked up 5 accounts already, and you can see that they're regularly posting. Why are they posting? Because they know they need this. I want to make sure I can hit that home for you. And, I made a video on this before, and I found this company, Maui Kayak Adventures, and I looked them up, and they were a prime candidate for this, except after I made the video blew up, and somebody went out and offered to do their social media and started posting for them. So you can see on June, they have 2,000 followers. And before this June 11th post, they didn't post for over a year, August 2024. And then I made my video, and I think they saw my video and they made a post June 11th. But if you find somebody that hasn't posted in a year, I mean, great. And obviously, they have posted in the past, so they know that this is a valuable service. But I didn't want to go and stop it there for this business. I wanted to actually find you a fresh one because I want you guys to really see that this is viable, and I'm not somebody special. I'm able to do this and I can do it live. And so therefore, I want you guys to see that transparency and know that. I see these guys are posting. They're pretty active. Maui Voyager. This is a group. This is not a page. Let's see. On a Tours of Maui. 2,400 followers. June, July. I already looked at this one. Okay, let's go back to our Gemini list. Let's try. I see a bunch of these on this list, and since I live here, I know that these guys are active. They're really well sought after, and I know there's people probably there. Maui Escape Rooms, Island Art Party, Maui Stand-Up Paddleboarding. Let's try that one. Maui Stand-Up Paddleboarding. Maui Stand-Up Paddleboarding has 900 followers. Perfect. These guys have not posted for over a year. Look at this. They haven't posted for over a year. They've posted in the past. They have 1,000 followers. Don't you think that this business who has posted in the past, look, I can make images just like this with AI. I'm going to show you. Just like this with AI. Why wouldn't they post in over a year? What do you think the reason is that they would not have made a post within the last year, 2 years? I can tell you right now, it's because they're busy. They don't have the person, they don't have the time, they don't have the staff. If the right person came along with the right offer, which I'm going to show you is an irresistible one, then this business would likely take you up on it, and you could potentially have them as a monthly recurring client. So we found a business, they've got 1,000 followers, a decent enough audience, and they haven't posted in almost 2 years, right? 24, a full year actually. August 1st. It's August 4th. So what we would do in that situation is we would pull up our tool. It's called Go High Level. You'll notice that I've rebranded the tool to Mina Marketing. That's my company's name. I give you 30 days free to this software tool, and you can call it whatever you want. It's called a white label software. You can name it after your business. If you don't have a business, you can just keep calling it Go High Level. But it's nice to name it after my business, because when I get somebody that says, yes, I would like you to do this for me, I just send them a link. I go to the Launchpad section, hit this send link button, and put in their phone number, and it sends them a link, and they can now hook up their Google business profile, their Instagram, their Facebook, their LinkedIn, all the social media profiles that we're going to publish to. They get to hook them up. So I never have to ask them for their password. And while they're doing that, it looks like I own this software. It's my app. So again, that makes me look even more credible and more of an authority. And that is a way that you can hack your authority, by the way. If you're brand new and you don't have like testimonials or reviews, a way that you can hack your authority is by looking very professional. One of the things you can do is make it look like you own this software. So again, I see that someone just tuned in, they're brand new. To recap, we went to Gemini, We asked it for a list of leads. I prompted them. I'm giving you my prompt in the 4-part AI fast track training. I looked up a couple of businesses. Maui Stand-Up Paddleboarding has a decent audience of 1,000 followers, but they haven't posted in over a year. And so they haven't posted in over a year. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to this social planner that I have, this tool. And you can see that this is my company. So you can see Mino Marketing at the top. And we have posts scheduled to go out. This one goes out on the 25th of August, the 18th of August, the 11th of August. This one just went out today. And it gets published to LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Google Business. And look at this. This is a post that somebody on my team made using AI. And it looks like we're a marketing company. This guy's wearing an Aloha shirt. He's on the beach with a whiteboard that says sales progress in a tropical landscape. How crazy is that? This is an AI generated image, and it looks like this guy works for a marketing team in Hawaii. This is AI generated text. And so this is exactly what we're going to do for these guys right here. And what we're going to do, because it's so easy for us to generate this content, we're going to make 2 weeks free. We're going to do it up front, and we're going to send them an email and say, hey, I noticed, actually I have an email template that I want to give you, but we're going to say something to the effect of, I noticed that you have a nice following on social media, but you haven't posted in a long time. Here it is. Here's my email template. Hope this doesn't come out of left field. I was checking on your business online, noticed you got a solid following on social media, but you haven't posted in a while. I totally get it, running a business is crazy, but I couldn't help think that you've got people already paying attention to you. That's rare. Most businesses would love to have that kind of audience, and every day they don't hear from you is money left on the table. And this person knows this, right? They know this because, look, they've posted for years, but they gave up. They gave up. They got too tired. They got too busy. They didn't have somebody to help them. So the email goes on to say, anyway, I help businesses just like yours stay active online and connect with their followers. No pressure, but I'm happy to create 2 weeks of free content for you just to show you what it could look like to work with me. No catch. If you like it, cool, we can chat more. If not, no big deal. You've got a couple weeks of quality posts done for free. Let me know if you're open to it. Now, this strategy, this method, I taught to Laura, right? You can see in my Facebook group. By the way, my Facebook group here is free. If you go to offlinesharks.com/Facebook, it's free. There's almost 22,000 members. This is Tom Gaddis, my co-founder, and me. We do weekly trainings. You can join here. Look, Jose, 11 minutes ago, posted this win. Sold his first website today with a potential for social media posting. So these services that I share with you guys and I teach you guys a lot, you'll see me post and talk about them in a lot of videos. And the reason that I talk about them in a lot of videos is because they work. Okay, they work. I can't create a new service or a new way to get clients in every single video that works the way that these do. So I have to talk about them continuously. And it's important that you know, like even my company at the level we're at, we just do the same client getting methods over and over and over. There's no like new magic thing all the time that is going to get you new customers. You can use AI tools like the ones we have to make things easier to deliver the service, maybe get people's attention, build the lead list, things like that. But the things that the foot in the door strategies that work well, like the irresistible offer of giving 2 weeks of content for free, like that just works. So keep trying. And this is the same strategy that I've taught to Laura. She posted 3 hours ago that she's making $520 a month for Facebook and IG AI posting. Exactly what I've shared with you, right? Finding leads on Gemini, double checking that they're in the right criteria with a following and haven't posted in a long time. Then you do the reach out with this email template. And if they say yes, you come here and you create 2 weeks of free content. So how easy is it to create the content? Well, it's pretty easy. You hit new post, create new post, okay? Select what accounts you want to publish to. I always try to publish to as many accounts as I can. This is a huge value add for those business owners. You know, you could sell your service as $100 a month. You'll post to their Facebook every other day. You could sell it for $500. You'll post to their Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Google business every single day. Or you can raise your price by posting more or posting to more or less platforms. But let's say I wanted to create posting for this company, Maui Stand-Up Paddleboarding, right? Stand-Up Paddleboarding on Maui, join us for private SUP lessons. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here and I'm going to use AI to create some posts for me. So I hit the AI button, generate with AI, and I say, what is a preferred tone of voice? Professional. What is the main message or key point you want to communicate? Stand-up paddleboarding on Maui. And I just copy and pasted this, right? What do you want to achieve with this content? I copied it from their Facebook page. Join us for private SUP lessons and snorkel tours. Obviously, if you spend more time than me in this, you're going to get better outcomes. But look how quick this is. I just want to show you how quick it is. Asking for 3 variations. The tool has a direct native AI integration. And so rather than having to go back and forth through ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude or Perplexity or whatever you're using, you can just ask the tool to create this content right here in the app. Somebody says, I hope this works. I've wasted money on total BS that wasn't nothing they said it would be. Look, I don't share, Charles, I only share stuff that actually works. And you can, for anybody that's on the fence and wondering if my stuff works, just go join my Facebook group. It's free. There's no risk to join the group. And just scroll down. Look, this guy 11 minutes ago. Ask questions. See what other people are doing. You can search the hashtag win. Go to the magnifying glass and search the hashtag win. And you can you'll see people regularly. This is Jackie Heath. She just published her first book. Randy Bett, 6 different wins to report on. I want to stress that these people are all action takers. They take action. This is not some get rich quick thing. This is following. This is how to speed up your results using these methods and tactics that actually work. So let me go back to the tool. These are the 3 posts that it created for us. Immerse yourself in the wonder of stand-up paddleboarding along Maui's dazzling coastline. Suitable for all levels. Maui's a historic home of stand-up paddling. Experience its origins yourself. Create lasting memories. Book your SOP adventure today. Ikomo Mai. It even talks in Hawaiian. So I really like that. I think this is really high quality. If I didn't, I could hit generate new content. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to go with that one. Okay, so look, I have a post written for Google Business, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Now, what about the image? Well, here's a money saving and making way to get AI images made for this business. Stand up. Describe your image. Stand up paddleboarding on Maui. Number of variations, we can ask it to create multiple images and then pick the best one. I'm going to choose the style of being a photo, but you can change it up if you want. Dreamlike, digital art, poster. I want a photo because I'm looking for a realistic approach to these posts. And again, AI is creating, look at that. This image that was just made, that's not actually Maui, but you would never know that if you didn't live here. Doesn't it look just like this stuff? There's arguably, look at this. This is a real image somebody took, and this is one that I just created with AI. Can you see the value for this business owner that is probably spending time, money, and resources at one point to create this content? Look at this. That's huge. It's the same, if not better. And this is why when you approach this business with 2 weeks of free using this email, it's going to be hard for them to say no. This is what an irresistible offer is. If you guys are liking what I'm saying, please, and you get some value out of this video, please like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. And consider sharing this with a video with a friend, right? I've just proven to you, you do not need to be a technical expert to reach out, find businesses, use AI to find them, reach out to them using an email template, adjusting your email template, your outreach methods, and using this AI software tool to create posts and images. And then, oh, damn it, I didn't save it, but let me get another one because I think it's so important that it's so important that we actually give you a real looking image. Stand up paddle boarding on Maui. Attached to these posts, because It's so valuable. And by the way, you can create these images and then you can ask them to come in. Look, a second image, first cracked every time. I'm gonna hit continue. Look at this post. Is this the type of post you think you could send to a business owner and say, I've created 2 weeks free of these kinds of posts, and you think that they would be interested in posting this on their social media? Do you think that they would get value out of that? I think so. Do you think that they would be willing to pay you $99 a month? How long does it take you to create these posts? It took me 2 minutes. Could I create 30 posts or 14 posts and charge somebody $99 a month? And how many clients could I get at $99 a month if I really focused on this for the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 months, 6 months? Do you think that you could have $1,000, $2,000 of monthly subscription income coming in? I do if you follow along and you take action, right? My company, this is 3 invoices we collected over the last couple weeks, 4,000, 3,000. And the reason we're able to do that is because we start off with a foot in the door strategy like I'm sharing with you. And once we start posting to their social media for a while, they start to see us as this valuable asset to their company. And then we start to do things like sell them $1,000 upgrades to their campaign. So obviously it's not going to make us rich to sell $500 per month or $99 per month social media packages unless we have 20, 30 people paying us for that, which is totally doable. But the next step for anybody that's interested is joining my 4-part AI fast track training. It's free. And the only reason I'm saying to join it is because I can't talk about everything that we share in that training in this one YouTube video on this topic. But in the 4-part training, which is free, we talk about how to continue to sell more things to these people, how to get more clients, how to get them to buy more parts of this software, right? We use this software to sell them things like a chat widget for their website. There's an AI agents tab here where you can create a chat widget that uses all the information from their website to speak with their customers. You can build websites, you can do email marketing, you can do reputation marketing, you can do review blasts. There's tons of ways to monetize and get people to spend more money with you once you plug them into this software. And that's the reason that we have been able to grow as fast as we have. So I hope you guys are seeing the value in this and you're willing to comment and join the 4-part AI fast track training. And what's in it for me? Well, I want to see you come to this Facebook group, just like Randy, Jacqueline, Laura, and talk about the wins that you are getting. This is the stuff that lights me up. This is the stuff that pushes me to get on YouTube and create content and talk about the things that I'm doing in my business, is seeing other people replicate success. And the 4-part AI fast track training is free. I've put a link in the chat for anybody that tuned into this stream live. There is an option to upgrade to the VIP version, but it's totally optional. It's only for people that want to go faster and have downloadable resources and some other assets. I give you everything that you need to be successful in the front end training of the 4-part fast track training. And you also get 30 days free to this software tool. That's plenty enough time to follow along and battle test this tool and hopefully get your first client, which will pay for this tool. It's only $99 a month anyway, right? You need one client to pay for this tool, which this tool, I hope you're seeing, is like your entire tool belt of making money online, because you can do all these things. You're like, I want you to envision a carpenter with his tool belt, his hammer, his chisel, his square, his pencil, his chalk line. That's what this tool is for anybody looking to get AI subscription-based customers. Somebody says, do I need to have a website and high level up and running before approaching new clients for the first time? I got my first client without ever having a website. I got my first probably 5 clients without ever having a website. The thing that makes you successful if you use a strategy like this without ever having a website is all they need is to see the proof that you can actually create the content. If the content is high quality and you use my outreach method like I'm giving you, then it doesn't matter if you have a website. What matters is that you can create content that they already can see is in their hands, that they can see, smell, hear, and touch. Why do you need a website? They're paying you to create activity. And also, by the way, if you didn't have a website, then you would just come to High Level and go to the website section and just have it launch one of their templates from templates right here, boom. You can have a AI marketing agency template website just like this up and running for yourself in about 10 minutes. So there would never be an excuse for you to not have a website, but no, it's not required to have a website to start getting clients and start taking action. Somebody says, I really appreciate what you're doing. I'm looking to get started. ChatGPT is one of my closest friends, unfortunately. Yep, I know what you mean. Somebody says that I love Manus, learned about it from Nick. Yes, I appreciate that. Manus AI does also blow my mind as well. Somebody says, can't wait to use this, hope it works. What do you think of ChatGPT 5? I really like it. I use ChatGPT it's pretty much my daily driver. I use ChatGPT as my daily driver. I use Manus AI as my action taker for AI agents. I use Perplexity for my research. I use Claude for my script writing. Somebody says, I see the value. How do I get the 4-part training? I just put a link in the comments. Somebody says, what do you have as far as workflows like N8N? So we use high level to their automation feature. You can see it here, which is arguably one of their biggest features. I didn't even talk about it. I use their automation feature to create, these are all the automations for my business: calendar reminders, form and survey reminders, onboarding, email nurturing, reputation management, surveys, website leads, pipelines, lots of different things. But we talk about that stuff in the 4-part fast track training. Somebody says, there are a few people like you on this earth. Thank you for sharing this. Yeah, no problem. You're welcome. Can you send me the advanced training? Carlos, just join the free 4-part training, and there's an opportunity to upgrade to the VIP if you want it. And for those that don't want it, you can just say no and take the free. Somebody says, I'll be using my agency to test a lot of this stuff out too. I love it. I love to hear that. And, join the Facebook group. It's free. If you have any questions, comment below. You can always go to the Facebook group and comment too. I respond to comments in both places. I try my best to respond to every single one. But if you guys got anything on this value, please like it. Hope to see your comments below for the fast track training. Subscribe if you haven't before, and I'll